choose up to 2 target non-land permanent, or choose up to 2 target creatures until your next turn. Whenever either of those creatures deals combat damage to you, or whenever the deals combat damage, you draw a card. And then -2, tap up to 2 target non-land permanents. They don't tap during their controller's next untap step. And his -7 is draw 3 cards. You get an emblem with, you can cast non-land cards from your hand without paying their mana costs. So that's great.
In case you're just tuning in, we had a problem.
So probably this is going to be a separate video now. But hello everybody, it's Aiden here from Shop Gaming. We're doing a booster box opening, and so far we've pulled in 3 packs, 4 rare and above cards. 2 of them are planeswalkers. Our camera kind of glitched out there. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. We can watch the first 2 packs. So we got an Imprisoned by the Moon, a Grizzled Angler's a flip card, and we got a foil Plains. So this box is starting out amazing. Like amazing. And Imprisoned by the Moon is 2 and a blue for an enchantment or a enchant creature, land, or planeswalker, and it's a permanent with it's a land and adds a waste. And that's it. It just becomes a land and adds a waste. Now we got a foil. Let's keep the goodness going. Eternal Scourge, I guess. It's a 3 mana 3/3. You can cast it from exile. Whenever it becomes target of a spell or ability opponent controls, it exiles it. So it's basically a never-ending thing if your opponent isn't able to beat it in combat. We got a Harmless Offering. Now. So it's 2 and a red, target for a sorcery. Target opponent gains control of target permanent you control. So, like combos with Demonic Pact. We got a Collective Effort, 1 and 2 white for a sorcery with Escalate to tap an untapped creature you control. And choose 1 or more. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Destroy target enchantment, and put a 1/1 counter on each creature target player controls. We got a Gaia Reach Sanitarium. So it's a legendary land, adds a waste to your mana pool, and you can pay 2 and tap. Each player draws a card, then discards a card. And we got a foil Ingenious Scob. Whatever. Scob. 4 more packs until we're a third through the box. We got a Mythic. That's nice. Tree of Perdition. Did I skip anything? Nope. Okay. Tree of Perdition, which is 3 and a black for a 0/13 defender, and you can exchange target opponent's life total with Tree of Perdition's toughness. So combos with Triskaidekaphobia. So what you do is you put their life to 13, and then upkeep, or whenever the Triskaidekaphobia triggers, the Triskaidekaphobia, they're at 13, and it triggers and kills them. We've got Summary Dismissal. It's an instant, exile all other spells and counter all other abilities, or counter all abilities. Open that pack. We got another Mythic, Grim Flare, a green and a black for a human Warrior 2/2 with trample. When it deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put any number of them into your graveyard and the rest back on top of your library in any order. And it gets +2/+2 as long as you have Delirium. So it can become a 4/4 trampler for 2. That semi-anticipates with some Delirium strategies in there. Kind of just look at the top 3 cards. It's not really an anticipate. We got an Eldritch Evolution, which is a nice rare. And Developing Pack Alpha as their flip card. So Eldritch Evolution is 1 and 2 green for a sorcery. As an additional cost to cast Eldritch Evolution, sacrifice a creature. Search your library for a creature card with CMC X or less, where X is 2, plus the sacrifice creature's converted mana cost. And then shuffle your library. Oh, puts it onto the battlefield, sorry. If I didn't make that clear. Yeah, I didn't say that. Okay, I'm smart. Okay, so we're a third through the box. And the box already has 4 mythics. Like, even if we don't get another mythic, which I hope that's not the case, this box will still be legit. We got Sigarda's Aid and a foil Waxing Moon. Sigarda's Aid is a white for an enchantment. You may cast aura and equipment spells as though they had flash. And whenever an equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach it to target creature you control. Another mythic, Nahiri's Wrath. 2 in a red for a sorcery. As an additional cost to cast Nahiri's Wrath, discard X cards. And Nahiri's Wrath deals damage equal to the total converted mana cost of the discarded cards to each of up to X target creatures and or planeswalkers. I really like this card because being able to just like discard a bunch of like heavy cards in your hand and like a ramp deck or something with this card. Like a green-red goggle ramp, like Brad Nelson's list in the Pro Tour. Like if this played this card, could madness some things, but also discard like a World Breaker that they didn't need, and just deal 7 to like their face. You can just like kill them on turn 3. Just get like 2 7-drops, deal 14 damage to them. And I'm like, I don't know, they could have taken damage. I just think it's really cool. Next pack. Collective Brutality is a rare. 1 in a black for a sorcery with Escalate. Discard a card as the Escalate. And choose 1 or more. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose an instant or sorcery card from it. That player discards that card. And target creature gets -2/-2 until the end of the turn. And target opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Next pack. So I'm kind of going pretty fast, but I like this. Because, I don't know, this just seems long. Mausoleum Wanderer, which is like a better Judge's Familiar with spirits. So it's a blue for a 1/1 spirit flying. And whenever another spirit enters the battlefield under your control, it gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn. And you can sacrifice it to counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays X, where X is Mausoleum Wanderer's power. So it's usually going to be 1, but let's say you flash in a Rattle Chains. It'll be 2, so then they're going to have to pay 2 because it gets the +1/+1. Seems like a really good card. Okay, so we got a Heron's Grace Champion. Or I put that in Mythics. That's cool. We got a Lone Rider, which is a nice one. People like that card. So Heron's Grace Champion is 2 a green and a white for a 3/3 human knight, flash, lifelink, and when it enters the battlefield, other humans you control get +1/+1 and gain lifelink until the end of the turn.
Really good for the humans deck, or not really?
For the human company deck, it's gonna be an okay card. I don't know if it'll like break it, but it's gonna be okay.
If it has flash, they can think you're playing company.
Yeah, that's exactly like
and you play that.
Why they made it.
And it makes everything.
So Stitcher's Graft, 1 for equipment, or 1 colorless. Equipped creature gets +3/+3 whenever it attacks. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. And whenever it becomes unattached from a permanent, sacrifice that permanent.
Well, you could put that on just a wall, and it might be good.
Not really. I don't like the card. But I might be wrong, because I am not a judge of the power level of Magic cards. Although I play Magic. I think it's fun. Cool. We got Distended Mindbender. 8 mana of any color, but it merges for 5 and 2 black. It's a 5/5, and then when you cast it, the opponent, an opponent, reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card with 3 or less and 4 or greater, and then they discard those cards. Come on, more mythics, buddy. Lupine Prototype, which is 2 mana, 5/5, Wolf Construct, artifact, which is cool if it might see player in affinity. I doubt it though. It can't attack or block unless player has no cards in hand. Yes? No? No. Okay. Dark Salvation is double X and a black. Target player puts X 2/2 black zombie creature tokens onto the battlefield. Then up to 1 target creature gets -1/-1 until the end of the turn for each zombie that player controls. Oh, cool. We have 2 rares. We have a flip card, Hanweir Garrison. We have an Extricator Sin. But, yeah. So we have Hanweir Garrison, which is 2 in a red for a 2/3 human soldier. When it attacks, put 2 1/1 red human creatures tokens onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. And it melds with Hanweir Battlements to the Hanweir, the Writhing Township, which is nice. And then we got Collective Defiance, 1 in double red for a sorcery with Escalate 1 to pay 1. Choose 1 or more. Target player discards all the cards in his or her hand, then draws that many cards. Deals 4 damage to target creature, or deals 3 damage to target opponent. We got some nice burn spells in this set.
You could definitely play this on the booster box sealed.
Oh yeah, dude, this would have been the best booster box sealed ever. I actually don't know. I'd probably just play 5-color awesome stuff. Just play a double black card with a bank card and Nahiri's Wrath. Spirit of the Hunt is 1 and 2 green for a 3/3 wolf spirit with flash. Whoa, it's a spirit. That's crazy. Sorry. I always thought it was a wolf. It is a wolf, but you know what I mean. When it enters the battlefield, each other creature you control that's a wolf or